voices in the mix. Max and Link together, building something that'll stick. Every episode we drop, yeah, we're reaching new heights. Titans Global on the map, burning bright every night. From the first recording session to the fans that tune in, we've been grinding every day, yeah, we're destined to win. Titans Global, that's the name, that's the brand, we the fans. Speaking truth through the microphone, messages that we send. Titans Global, that's the movement. Titans Global, feel the power. Titans Global, we keep pushing. Titans Global, this our hour. Titans Global, Max and Link. Titans stronger than you think. Titans Global, that's the way. Titans Global, every single day.
What's up, Titans fans, and welcome to another episode of Titans Global Podcast. I'm your host, Maximus Titan Fan, and with me, as always, is my good buddy Link. What's up, dude?
What's going on, guys? Good to be here. Thank you for joining us. A lot to talk about. Still riding a high from one of the 2 wins this season. Hope to carry that same energy over this week against the 49ers. So a lot to talk about, a lot to get into. But first, as always, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, get in the comment section. A lot to be said, a lot of stuff going on. We want to know your thoughts on it, and we'll get right into it.
Yeah, and also, I was asked before we came on to let Scoob wanted to get something off his chest. Scoob, what's up? We're nice.
What's up? How y'all doing tonight? Tighten up, everybody.
Let us have it, bro.
I got a little issue. I just got to get it off my chest. Like I'm not, I'm a Titans fan. I don't think myself as a podcaster. I always got, accepted to whatever, be on a show or whatever. But I'm a Titans fan. I'm not a professional, But for all these people out here saying that win Sunday was meaningless, it gets on my damn nerves. These guys got to learn how to win together. They got to learn how to build something. And losing games isn't going to do that. That was not a meaningless win. I want these people that are saying this stuff, walk up to Jeffrey Simmons and tell him that he just had a meaningless win. Walk up to Cam Ward and tell him that win was meaningless and see what they say to you guys. That is just so disrespectful as a Titans fan to say that these wins are meaningless. When these guys need these wins, they need to learn how to build something, and you can't build it by losing. If you got a losing mentality like that, that is pretty sad. And that's my opinion, and I'm sorry if you don't like it, but these games that we win are not meaningless. They mean something to these players, they mean something to me, and they mean something to the organization. Even though there's not a lot of them, they still mean something. So besides that, y'all have a great night and tighten up. And I'm done.
Man. Hey, no, you ain't done. You just done
talking
I'm just
about
done
with my rant.
All right, all right. Yeah, and I agree with that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And for me, like, it's not meaningless. I mean, like you said, these dudes have to learn to win together. You've got to take steps in the right direction. Like, eventually you have to win games to be successful. Like, that's the point, right? So, I mean, I get it. Like, you're not making a playoff push. But it's still not meaningless. Like, these dudes have to find some success, even if it's just for confidence and morale purposes. Like, that's the thing for me. And
I just want to see some of these people walk up to Jeffrey Simmons and say that to his face.
Hey, look, I've said a lot of things about Jeffrey Simmons on this show. I'm not sure I would say any of them to his face, but that's the beauty of the podcast, right? So, but that's the thing. Like, it's a lot easier to look at these things from a 30,000-foot view. And it has been a letdown and a disappointing season. I think we all expected them to be at least a little more competitive than what we've seen this year. But at the end of the day, and at the end of the season, I mean, you're still a top 3 draft pick more than likely. Like, I don't think they dig themselves out of that top 3, at least. I mean, at worst, top 5. Like, you're already kind of locked into that. So anything that can give these guys confidence, like, that's what it's going to take. You have so many rookies on this team who have struggled to find these wins in the NFL. And Jeff said it, earlier in the season. They just can't find ways to sustain success. They don't know what winning looks like. And I mean, you go back, the last time this team won back-to-back games was 3 years ago in 2022. Right. So it's been a long, difficult road for the Titans, for us as fans. So yeah, I mean, you got to celebrate the little victories. That's all it's about, is just celebrate the little victories.
Yeah, man. Anybody who says that they're meaningless wins is being a selfish fan.
Exactly.
Because I mean, yeah, maybe to us they are meaningless, especially if you're one of those fans that's hoping that we get a first overall draft pick, because that does hurt our chances quite a bit
And
of
all these
doing that by
people
winning.
saying that we're going to get 3 picks for our pick, there's not a good quarterback worth 3 picks this year in the draft. So they're not going to get 3 number ones.
I don't know.
Nobody in the college is going to get 3 number 1 picks for a quarterback.
Hey
Not
man, what's his name? Come on, help me out.
Mendoza's looking good, bro. I don't know.
Look at his performance
So
against
good.
Ohio State. That was not 3 draft picks worthy.
Ohio State,
Scoop.
and he still found a way to get it done like that. I'm not saying Mendoza's going to be,
I am. I'm saying Mendoza is going to be the best quarterback ever drafted by any team ever, and he at least deserves 3 to 4 first-round draft picks if you go straight up to get him. I mean, come on now.
I don't see it. He's a good quarterback.
Sell it.
I am selling Mendoza as the best quarterback since Andrew Luck. Let's go.
Yeah, but we're not going to get 3 picks. Everybody's just living in fantasy land on that one.
Well,
we're not getting 3 first-round picks.
But realistically, I mean, there is a possibility, and I'm not saying 3 first-round picks, but there is a good possibility that if you're number 1 overall, you're talking about 4 top 50 picks. Like, that's a real scenario. That's a real scenario.
But not 3 number 1.
But that's the goal. Like, that's what you need. That's what you need. Right. And this organization said it. They need as many of those top 100 picks as possible. And then if you're looking at 4 in the top 50, like 100%, that's what you got to look for. So
right.
I think Mendoza is a solid quarterback. He looks NFL ready. I don't think there's anybody
Pop is better.
Well, I don't know about all that, but but realistically, if you can get 4 of those top 50 picks, you're talking about maybe even 6, 7 picks in the top 100. Like, that's what changes a team. That's what changes an organization.
Is that what they said?
It is. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what they said. That's what they're looking for. So yeah, like it benefits you to be picking, top 1, 2, 3. Like that definitely benefits you. But again, I mean, look at the schedule. I mean, how, they managed to pull it out against the Browns. You still have the Saints on the schedule. You got the Chiefs, who are in must-win situations. You got Jacksonville again, like
this weekend.
49ers this week. Like, realistically, you're not winning out, right? Like, nobody here thinks we're winning out the rest of the season. So you've got but I mean, you've got one of those top 3 picks, and it doesn't matter if you're number 1, 2, or 3. Like, you're going to be able to deal a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Agreed. What's up, Will? I know you're hyped wherever you are, man. I think that guy's hyped 24/7.
Oh, Will is number 1, buddy.
Yeah, I know he is lit always.
I'm actually going to text Will after the show, so I got to talk to Will.
Oh, well, you get a little preview there, Will. Pins and needles till the end.
No, nothing crazy. It's all good.
Damn it, Scoob! Why are you doing that, man? You're killing my thunder, bro. That's twice now. No, I'm kidding.
Will's
Titans
my homie.
and 49ers preview Sunday 4:30. I think 4:30 game. I never did find out if it was on Fox, CBS.
It's on Fox.
Thank you. All right.
It's on Fox. It's the Titans. Yeah. They're gonna be on Fox the rest of the year, bro. They're gonna be on Fox the rest of the year.
All right. So the line is 7.5, and to be honest,
that went down.
That's favorable. I think that's favorable. Yeah. Well, yeah.
It was 12, wasn't it?
Yes, and for some reason, people have gotten high on the Titans. I don't know. What the hell happened.
We're back.
Well, all right. The over-under, though, was set at 45.5.
Right.
45.5.
I can see us doing that.
I mean, with the game we had last week.
I mean, we had 60 last week, right?
We did. And as a top 10 defense, we're going against another top 10 defense here. That's one of my points, that we have to go up against the top 10 defense again. This is like the 12th or 13th game this year. We're only in week 15, y'all. Game that we have played a top 10 defense. So that's rough.
Toughest schedule in the league.
For that's crazy for a last place team too, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean that's just the Titans' luck, man. That's just the Titans' luck at this point.
And I know they said Brock Purdy's only been sacked like 4 times this year, so they got a mission there ahead of them too.
Yeah, well, with the game Jeffrey Simmons was coming off of, surely he can.
Yeah, I think he's going to work them again.
So injury report, which I thought was interesting. The Titans had one player to not participate in practice today, and that was James Williams. Hope he's okay because he is
I think it's just an illness, right?
Presence. Yes, that's what it says, illness. So I'm hoping that he is fine by Sunday and can play.
Yeah, he'll be.
You never know what it is, you know. I mean, what was it? Tavondre, I think it was Tavondre Sweat got tonsillitis and had to get his tonsils removed, which cost him like a week and a half or something like that. It was nuts. But so hopefully it's just a cold. He'll be back, you know, from playing in the snow or something. I don't know, but hopefully he'll be back just fine. On the flip side, Huschek and McCafferty were limited. I think both of them play because they're both pros and they're limited most of the damn season anyway. But Sam, I don't know how to pronounce that, dude. That's crazy. Noya.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah, all right. Anyway, he did not participate today in practice and may not play. And he's a young star on their team, defensive tackle, I believe.
Right.
I know he plays on the defensive line, but I think he's an inside defensive line. Anyway, I don't expect that to change much because the 49ers, Nick Bosa is going to play. The rest of the defensive line with Nick Bosa is going to have. Well, I mean, honestly, I thought the Browns were going to have a heyday against us, and we ended up stopping them. So maybe
Nick Bosa
we limit Nick Bosa to nothing. So yeah, I was going to say maybe, and they're coming off a bye, so I mean they might be a little sluggish coming out of the bye. Hopefully, for God's sake.
You got to think too, though. I mean, it is something to be said for having to travel across the country for the Titans. Like that does make a difference. You know, going kind of coast to coast. We don't have a
great record on the West Coast.
That's what I'm saying. Yep. So I mean, I think they're ready to go and stuff. It's just that definitely plays a factor for sure. So something to watch for if they come out a little flat. That's where I have the most concern. If San Francisco is able to kind of jump out to that early lead, Titans kind of struggle through the first quarter. That's worst case scenario. But you know, you got to be sure you're ready to go. Going to the West Coast, though, like Scoop said, it's not been favorable for the Titans.
Hopefully we get the ball first again. I feel like that helps us out a lot when we get the ball first.
As long as you don't go 3 and out. Yeah.
I definitely think this is Cam Ward weather football. Better than we had last week.
It's supposed to be like, 70-something?
Yeah, because Cam Ward even said, you know, I haven't played in the cold that much, which does concern me. I'm not going to lie. Most quarterbacks that don't play in the cold very much.
Well, he won't have to worry about the cold too much longer.
Yeah, that is true. But he's going to be playing in Cali, and it's like 72, I think, is the kickoff temperature or whatever. Mm-hmm. So yeah, should be good weather for Cam. So let me ask you guys, because it's killing me, and I want to see it. I know everybody really wants to see it, but do we actually think we're going to get a breakout game from Cam Ward before the end of this season?
I mean, it depends. They game plan for that. I don't know, man.
I mean, for me, it depends what you call a breakout. You know, like I just want to see him be efficient. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, and like let's be honest. You know, if you look on the other side last week, and I'm not comparing the two because I hate how that was done leading up to the Browns game. But Shadur played. He played a better game than we've seen Cam play all year. Just as far as I know, he threw the interception. It was a bad interception, but 3 touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. Like you saw efficiency and it has a lot more to do than just Shadur. Like, I get that. He has more weapons. He has a better defense. He wasn't able to win the game at the end of it, but they were within a 2-point conversion of taking it to overtime. So I just want to see Cam play an efficient game. And I'm not saying he hasn't this year, but when you say breakout, like, do I think he's going to throw for 350 plus with 50 rushing yards and 70% completion percentage? Like, I just don't see that this year. I don't think he has the weapons that allow him to do that. So I don't know. I mean, I think he can play better. I think he can play well. I think he can look efficient. I think he can take care of the ball. I mean, before that interception, he had gone something crazy like 150 plus pass attempts before an interception. Yep. Like, that's what I want to see. Like, I want to see Cam go the rest of the year with no interceptions. I want to see Cam
no fumbles.
Yeah, I just want to see him. Yeah, I just want to see him develop. I just want to see him develop and continue to get better. But breakout, like, I don't know. I don't think he comes in and takes over a game this year.
That's a good question too. What do you consider a breakout game for Cam? Yeah. For me, it's simply around a 70% completion percentage, 90+ rating, maybe 2 touchdowns. Don't care if they're on the ground or in the air. Don't really give a shit. Just give me those sort of numbers. Almost what you did, not last week, but the week before. Had a very good, efficient game for Cam. Really wish he could have performed like that in our win, because then I would have called it. Yes, all right, that was Cam's game. Now let's move on to the future and build off that. But he didn't have a good game, and I think that's where all those comments, like we talked about on Monday, came from. So I don't know. I just think, like you said, efficient, good quarterback play is really all I want to see.
Well, and it's kind of been a flip. Like, some of Cam's best games this year have been losses, and a couple of his more poor performances have been their wins. Like, I don't think Cam played at a very high level last week, but the defense was good enough. Special teams was good enough that they gave him a chance. They got a lead and they held on to it. Yeah. I mean, he did what he had to do. That's a great way to put it. So I don't know. Like, you saw some complimentary football last week, and that's really all I want to see moving forward, is just being able to let all 3 phases play off of each other. I mean, that's the only way they get this done, right? Like, that's their 2 wins have been mostly because of the defense. Like, let's be honest. I just don't see Cam this year coming in and being a game wrecker, because, again, he doesn't have the weapons. You don't have that go-to receiver 40 yards down the field. You just don't have that.
Well, let me ask you this too,
man. DK's been that guy down the field, and he's missed him a couple times. So the few guys that have been wide open down the field, he's missed them.
Well, and I think that can be considered a breakout. Like, I want to see Cam be able to take shots and hit some of these big pass plays in these one-on-one coverages. Like, that would be a breakout to me.
If more Cam than 1 or 2 a game.
Yeah,
I just don't ever know if Cam's going to be a 300-yard passing quarterback. I don't think so. That's Cam.
I don't see it.
I do, man. I just think he needs some more pieces. He just needs some more pieces. Last week, we saw it kind of come together. I'll be honest with you, dude. It blew my freaking mind that was Tony Pollard's best game
ever in his career.
Yeah, 167. Like, and what was funny is when me and my wife were talking about it, because she constantly loves to bring up the fact that we traded Derrick Henry, the best running back in the league, and blah blah blah.
And we didn't even trade him.
Got rid of him. We let him go. We let him walk. Yeah,
Crazy.
she will not let go of that. And, of course, I was like, I'm surprised. I thought Tony Pollard was better than that, to be honest. I mean, it just kind of blew my mind that was the best game he'd ever played in his career.
But
and she was like, yeah, that's a bad game for Derrick Henry. And I'm like, shut the hell up. I swear to God. But, yeah.
But if you look at Tony Pollard, like, if you look at his career, I mean, in Dallas, he was splitting carries with Zeke Elliott. So, I mean, he's never really been, until he got to Tennessee, you could argue he's never really been a primary 3-down back. So, I mean, it's not shocking. And it was a good game. Now, I think it was a little inflated by 2 or 3 runs that were sprinkled in there for, one was 65 yards. So, I mean, but that's not to say, like, he didn't play hard. I'll just be honest. I don't. Personally, if you were to ask me at this moment in time, I think it's more likely that he is not here next year.
Unless he takes a lesser contract.
And I just don't see it. I mean, I think he probably takes a lesser contract no matter where he goes.
Yeah,
I don't think he's done enough to deserve, not deserve, that's the wrong word, but to demand
you're
more.
right.
I'll put it
You're
that
right.
way. And for me, like, I just think, look, you're buying into this infusion of youth thing. You've got Khalil Mullins kind of laying in wait. I wouldn't be shocked. If they feel like they have their primary needs taken care of through the first 3-4 rounds. Wouldn't be shocked to see him maybe look at another running back.
They're definitely going to draft a running back in the 4th or 5th round.
Yeah. So so then the argument is, if you're sitting there with, again, 5-6 top 100 picks, and you got a guy sitting there in the 2nd round who you think could be a game wrecker, like, do they take a shot on a guy like that? Like, that's
absolutely.
I don't think anything's off the table in this draft. Like, I really don't.
I'll be honest with you.
It's going to be a heavy offensive draft besides corner.
I don't know. I think defense needs a lot of work too. And to be honest, I think it's going to be a let's help Cam out draft.
Right. I feel like you're going to see more free agency defensive players than you are offensive players this year.
Well, it should be, because offensive free agency has not worked out well for the Titans.
It doesn't have a whole it doesn't have a whole lot right now anyway. I mean, you look at the top wide receiver coming out. I mean, who is it? T. Higgins, maybe, or George Pickens, I guess, if the Cowboys don't re-sign him.
On track, yeah.
I wouldn't want either one of those guys. So, and I wanted T. Higgins last year, but this year, after the injury thing last year, when I was looking at him and then looking at the injury reports that we've had this year already, he does put up the stats, but availability is the best ability.
Right.
So, in y'all's opinion, what's the biggest need right now? And I'm not saying
rusher.
Yeah.
Edge rusher.
You say corner? Okay.
I say edge.
Interesting. Yeah,
it kind of works both ways. I mean, one can be beneficial to the other.
Right. And I wouldn't be mad with either one. At all, truthfully. I wouldn't be mad with either one.
We got so many holes, it don't matter.
What's your biggest need on offense? Is it receiver? Is that, do we all kind of agree there? Okay.
Offensive line.
Really? Exactly. So do you go offensive line over receiver? I mean, I know it matters
absolutely
who it is, but
100%.
Really.
Don't even have to think
about it.
What
position are you drafting on the line, Max?
Well, I'll be honest with you, man. I would draft a tackle, maybe even a left tackle. I know, but I'm worried, man. I mean
we paid Dan $90 million.
Let's back up. I know. Let's back up and look at Dan Moore. In the last game was his best game, hands down, as a Titan. Period. Nobody can argue that.
Right.
He looked like he was barely making it. Like he was doing everything he could to just barely hang on, and that's with him getting chipped every single play.
Right.
Average players look good against Dan Moore, which
I just
really
feel like
worries.
our young guys might step up, man.
And I'm just too worried about. I mean, Zeitler, I know that he's not going to be here next year, and I'm okay with that because I was going to say we've got Slater that should come in, plug in right to that spot, and take off. Yeah, we hope so. But another huge question I've got for the offensive line is, with the way Levin played last week, the last 2 weeks actually.
Center.
I mean, if Lloyd Cushenberry comes back this week, which he should,
he is back,
and plays like shit, which he has all season, do we say we're done with Cush at the end of the season?
Yeah, we paid him $50 million.
But see, this is my point, though. This is my point. How much money do you want to spend on the line before you finally say, okay, enough is enough?
Right.
We have to use one of our premium draft picks and I know it's not a sexy pick.
It's just gonna be a hard sell to fans, man. Like I get it. But...
I mean, I understand it's good. The fans are going to be pissed if we take another offensive lineman.
If we don't take a wide receiver or an edge rusher, everybody's going to blow their top.
I was going to say, if we don't get multiple first-round picks this year, like if we don't trade with, I think the Jets have 2 picks, and I think there's one more team that has 2 picks. If we don't trade with one of those, and get 2 first-round picks and then take like a tackle and a wide receiver. The fans are going to lose their freaking mind if we take a tackle first round. They just are. And to take him in the second round isn't good enough for doing what I want to do anyway. So for me, there's really no win situation as far as that goes. And I know that 90% of the Titans fans are against me. I can see it in your face right now, Link. You are hating all of what I'm saying right now. And I get it. I do. As a Titans fan, I get it. But I also remember that we went from Brad Hopkins to Michael Ruse to Taylor Lewan
to Dennis
and then
Daly.
Shit after that. I mean, absolute the entire
It's been bad.
Everybody on the left side has been absolutely terrible. The best left tackle we've had in the last 3 years has been J.C. Latham. Let that sink in.
Yeah, and it's not been good enough. Like for J.C. Latham, it's not like I didn't love that pick, and I don't know that it's really worked out. I just and like I get it. You know, he had to move positions the first year. He was playing a position he wasn't used to playing, and now you've put him where you expected him to be comfortable. But like this season has been a pretty big disappointment for me on J.C. Latham. Like I just and you know, part of it's the play and part of it's the effort. Like it's just. There's too much noise surrounding that. Then don't be on the field. Like because then you're putting your quarterback at risk. You're putting the rest of the offensive line at risk. Like I'm tired of the whole crap of well, he's not 100%. Okay, if you're not 100%, don't be in
Miles Garrett, though.
He to an extent, I thought that it was better. It was better, but like there's I think a lot of things rolled the Titans' way last week as far as what they did with Cam getting the ball out quick, you know, chipping on Myles Garrett. Like it was better, but it wasn't just because J.C. Latham was better. You know what I'm saying? So
Steve got my back.
Yeah, and look, like I'm not really super impressed with any of the wide receivers. So I think at this point the Titans are in a position where you can just go best player available. And if it's an offensive lineman, I guess it's an offensive lineman. But man, like it's a tough sell. I'm
going to give Latham one more year because you got to give him 3 years, you know. So I'm gonna give Latham one more year before I start saying he's not worth the money.
Look, I'll say this: Latham needs to put on some not fat weight, but he needs to put on some weight. Clearly, his anchor is bad, and that's the main thing he needs to work on in the future. I think he's a pretty good running offensive. That's the problem. We have good run blocking offensive tackles, offensive linemen. We have good run blocking offensive linemen, even though they haven't been performing that way. But they're not good at pass blocking. The only good pass blocker we've got on the line is Skoronski. Skoronski excels at pass blocking. Other than him, they all suck.
Now, this is his contract year. Do you think he's going to get a big contract?
Yes. We have to. We have to pay that man at least $45 million for 3 years.
Well, I mean, it's not his contract. I think this is his 4th year, right? Or 3rd?
I was gonna say, surely we're not already at contract year for Sco, are we?
I mean, he's close.
Damn it. I'm gonna have to look it up now.
I think this is his 3rd year. And
I think so
I
too.
guess at the end of the season they'll see. I know he'll get that 5th year option for sure.
All right, so he signed a 4-year contract with the Titans as first round pick in 2023. So 4 years from 2023, it should be 2027. Yeah. And then they still have a 5th year option in 2027. Yeah. So, no, he's going to be here at least next year under a rookie contract.
Well, next year will be his contract year.
Well, and you can still, and you've got 5th year option on him too. I mean, you can go 5th year option.
A contract in that 4th year if they're keeping him.
I mean, I don't know.
You would think
you
they
can
would
put
like
a 5th
to
year
do
option
that,
on him.
but if we are, let's say we're actually more competitive next year than we intend to be, or we think we should be at that point, like we end up winning 10 games, getting into the playoffs, the next year is his 5th year option. The GM comes to him and says, look, man, we really need to sign some premier free agents here. If we just get your 5th year option, you go 1 more year with us on your rookie contract, Next
They
year,
better
we will
hand him a
reward
bonus.
you with a huge contract.
They better give him a bonus, you know.
I'm just saying, I guarantee you in that position, Skoronski is like, let's do it. I mean, he's been such a blue-collar guy. I don't see him giving us any trouble over
No, I don't
contracts.
see him giving trouble, but I do see his agent giving trouble because he's been the best player on the team the last couple of years, one of the best players. And you know how agents are. They're going to throw that in his face, man. It's always the agent, not the player, that gets dirty. Most of the time.
Yeah, see, that is another great point by Michael Newsom right here, man. Dan Moore was having trouble with him. Of course, he hit him from the blind side and stuff like that. So, but Alec Ailmaner was able to put Miles.
He put some hellacious blocks on that game.
That was fantastic. Dude, I don't know whose scheme it was to be chipping people from the damn slot. But I swear to God, that is one of my... If I ever think again, I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that shit. That's amazing. That was...
I mean, that's what they had to do to get Myles Garrett out of the game.
Kiss. That was beautiful.
They were triple teaming him. They were chipping him. I mean, that was one of his worst games of his career.
By the way, the BS of who was it they were talking about? Damn it. I think it was in the Monday night game. They were talking about somebody on the defensive line being held up by triple blocks and all this, and they kept showing this one play where the guy had three offensive linemen all against him, and he was holding his own with all three of them. And I was like, Jeffrey Simmons did that last week, at least on two different plays. I know. I saw the.
And
I hate it when that happens.
T-Sweat too, man. T-Sweat is a big reason why Jeff is having such a good season.
I'll be honest, I'm a little disappointed in T-Sweat this season.
I
wanted a little
on the radio
more.
today. He is playing at an elite level right now. T-Sweat is playing at an elite level right now.
He's not getting the stats for as much effort as he's putting in.
He is creating space for other guys to come in there and put pressure on the quarterback.
I'm still not happy with Trevondre. Got to have a better offseason this year, damn it.
I want to see more. I'm kind of like, I get it. He is opening up for other players. I think Jeffrey Simmons is able to play a little more free because Tavondre is there. But look, it's the same way with your edge too. Like maybe if you have a better edge rusher, then that opens Tavondre Sweat up. So it all kind of plays off of each other. But I do think he needs a big off season. Like you said, like next year has to be the all-in year for Tavondre Sweat. I'm with, because look, let's be honest, like Jeffrey Simmons ain't going to be here forever. I mean, he's 30.
28.
No, he's 28. Yeah, he's pretty young still, but he's still not going to be here.
Fair enough. But I mean, still, it's I feel like this is probably the prime of Jeffrey Simmons.
Yeah,
we agree with that.
Yeah.
So 2-3 years down the road, we don't know what that looks like with Simmons. I mean, you hope he's still playing at a high level. But you just never know. And Tavondre Sweat is supposed to be that next man up. So, he needs all the good work he can get in the off seasons.
As with J.C. Latham, I think Tavondre Sweat, a lot of his issues are physicality. If he could get his body in a little bit better of a physical fitness, he would be better. And same thing with JC, man. Like, he took off a bunch of weight this season, and props to him for saying that, I didn't have the stamina at the end of the season and I need to drop some weight. Props to you for recognizing that and doing that in the offseason. That's fantastic. But you need to replace that fat with muscle. And that's where you didn't, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of, especially sport athletes, especially linemen, usually don't lose weight. They just transfer it from fat to muscle.
Yep.
And he did not transfer anything. He looks like a 250-pound guy out there trying to block people. It's ridiculous, man.
I also want to give another shout-out to another guy, Jahard Ward. I hope they re-sign him because he has been having a great season, too.
Yes.
That man has been playing his ass off.
Well, he has to. I mean, there's nobody else left. Like, that's kind of it. That's the thing about these rookies. Like, it's and we talked about this before the show. It's a very good rookie class, but it
probably the best
by default.
Did you know in the last 2 weeks, Arden Key has more pressures than he had all of the previous season.
Yeah.
2 weeks he's had and that's him coming back from injury.
Right.
He came back from injury 2 weeks ago and lit it up there, and then he comes back again.
He's playing good football right now.
So yeah, I'm at least happy with his performances right now.
I feel like our defense can keep us in the game Sunday.
Well, they've kept us in the game all year. Like if you look at a lot of the games this year, they've been in it at least going into the third quarter, if not the fourth, even in all the losses. Like and I stand by that. The defense has played well enough to give the offense a chance many times. So it's hard to say. Like, and that's the thing, we talk about it with Denard Wilson. It seems like every show now, like he's done a good job with what he's been given. I still think it's going to be a long shot for him to retain his position next year. But I mean, you've got better than what you would expect from a 2-win football team out of this defense.
Yep, definitely.
I agree with that.
So do you think the Titans can build on anything that they were able to produce last week?
I definitely do.
Well, I mean, honestly, I want to call Tony Pollard's game kind of a fluke because, like we were talking about before, I couldn't believe that was his best performance as a pro. So for me, it's like, okay, if you've never hit over 150 before in your career, probably not going to do that again. So I'll say that was a one-off thing. So if you take the run game away from what we did last week,
we still need him to get close to 100 as possible.
We still had great turnovers by the defense and special
Mm-hmm.
teams. James Williams came through, blocked the punt. So I mean, there was some really, really good plays. The 2-point conversion that was blocked almost ran back by Said, but my boy ran out of breath.
What did they say? It was 2013, the last time we blocked a kick.
Yeah, that poor bastard, though, man. What did he run? Like 55, 60 yards, and he was gassed.
He just laid down.
Like, I'm out. Nobody even around him. He was just like, I'm out. I'm done. That shit was funny, dude. Yeah. Oh man.
But I mean, your question, can they build off anything? I mean, I get, but I don't know what you're like. My thing, I think what they should do is kind of have the same game plan. It's got to be a quick release. Right. You've got to get stuff over the middle. Defense has to play at a high level. So, I mean, build off of it, maybe. I just want to see them play at the same level.
I mean, the 49ers are beatable, man. They're not the 49ers of old. They're beatable.
But, I mean, Cam has to have a better game.
Yeah.
Like he has to play better. He has to put receivers in better positions. He has to not miss on some of these deep shots. Like, that's my thing is, like, they can build off of it, but at the end of the day, Cam has to be better.
Yeah, I hope he works on that more than anything because a lot of people blame the receivers, but I think 80% of the deep throws are on Cam.
Yeah.
I think if there is something we could build off of last week, it is the singular goal. We had a singular goal last week of coming in and stopping Myles Garrett, and we did it. We did it very well. So I think, again, if I was the head coach, I would actually challenge my team to try to do that 2 weeks in a row. And I would say, my offense, your job is to stop Nick Bosa, period. Defense, your job is to stop Christian McCaffrey, period. That's your jobs. If you can stop those two players and force them to play the game that we want them to play, I'm not sure that they do so well. But at the same time, our defensive backs aren't great.
That's what I'm saying.
Though Marcus Harris has been playing at a high level, and Baker's been playing decent, but it's just hot and then not.
Yeah, I mean, even if you take away Christian McCaffrey, which is much easier said than done, and you make Brock Purdy beat you, like Brock Purdy can beat you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not invincible, but Brock Purdy is good enough to beat you even without Christian McCaffrey.
There was a guy on the radio today, a sports guy. I can't remember his name, but he said that Christian McCaffrey is the best pass-catching running back of all time.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know of all time.
I mean, it's if you look at him as a whole in his career, like it's hard
to say no to that.
top 5 at least, if not top 3. Like I get it.
He's gonna be tough to stop.
I would like to see
Alvin
Kamara's
Kamara in his
numbers
prime.
against that. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I would like to look at Kamara's numbers versus that.
I mean, it's there, but I mean, Christian McCaffrey just as an all-around back, like, dude's impressive. Very, very impressive.
Still at this age, which is again impressive. So yeah, you got to give it to him. But I like.
Yeah, we got to put hurting on him quick and early.
Yep.
So. You know what? I've almost forgot it again. I forgot it last show. Just 40 seconds. We'll be right back. We're going to do a quick sponsor announcement, and then we'll be right back, I promise. What's up, Titans fans? Maximus Titan fan here. Are you in need of professional excavation services? Look no further. Red Zone Builders has the expertise, experience, and equipment to handle all or any excavation project, big or small. Whether you need land clearing, site preparation, trenching, foundation excavation, or any other excavation services, they have you covered. Their team of skilled professionals work diligently to ensure your project is completed safely, efficiently, and to your satisfaction. Trust the experts at Red Zone Builders to get the job done right. All right.
That's right.
Also, really quick, I wanted to talk about, Brock Purdy can beat you, but one of the things that really helps Brock Purdy beat you is the fact that he has Juwan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall, and Kendrick Bourne, all producing very well as wide receivers. They also have a guy named Sky Moore, who is decent, I guess, at wide receiver, but he is a hell of a return man.
You're forgetting about Kittle. Is he healthy?
Yeah, Kittle's probably going to play this week.
Right.
I didn't see him on the injury report, so I definitely think.
How tight ends treat our team. I mean,
but middle of the field is a hard place to guard, but we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, that's my biggest fear, because this is not a team that can consistently play man-to-man defense. I don't know that there's a DB that can really shut down a guy like Juwan Jennings, who just has kind of an incredible catch radius. He can get down the field, and then you put George Kittle on top of that. Like, it's tough. And when you can't play man-to-man, and you let Brock Purdy move around and find the holes in the zone, if you're not able to get pressure, like, it can get really ugly, really ugly, really quick. So that's the biggest thing for me this week is, can Jeffrey Simmons continue to find that pressure up the middle and put Brock in some bad situations and force him to make those quick decisions? Like, I think that's your best shot to shut down this offense.
Until somebody stops him, it's going to happen every week. Nobody has stopped that man all season. Until somebody stops him, I can guarantee Jeffrey Simmons is going to cause some trouble.
Oh, yeah, he's absolutely going to wreak some havoc, and we definitely need him to. And like I said, I would absolutely love it if we were coming on here Monday talking about Trevondre Sweat got, 5 pressures and a sack and a half or something like that, or 2 tackles for loss on the running back. Either way, I'll take it. I'm happy with that, but I just haven't seen the production out of him that I want.
The front 7 definitely have a tough job this weekend.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So let me ask, and I don't want to move too far away, and I know we're trying to save some of the coaching talk, but there was a name that came out this week, and I'm curious on your guys' thoughts. Nagy. How do we feel?
Nagy?
Yep. It is a name that's circulating around that the Titans have shown some interest. Yep.
The thing about him is, in my opinion, is he's another one of them coaches that can't build a roster. He's good with a roster that's given to him, but building a roster, I just don't know, man. And that's the kind of coach we need. We need a coach that can build a roster, not a coach that comes in with a good team. And that's what I was scared about McCarthy, too, because he's always been handed a good roster. I've never seen him build a roster. Yep. So I don't know. Salas now, he's built a roster. And so I'm starting to like him a lot. And we're going to be playing against him this weekend. So, they could – I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
I think Nagy is he had a bad rap in Chicago. and I don't think that it was 100% fair. The shake that he got in Chicago. So I mean,
I'm gonna tell you what my daddy always tells
I
me:
could
life
see
ain't
it,
fair.
but I was gonna say I could see it, but at the same time, I'm not a huge fan of the idea of Nagy. Now,
Me neither.
I will admit that I was a huge fan of Brian Callahan, so maybe I'm just not a good coach finder. I mean, I'm really good at spotting linebacker and running back talent. I can tell you that for sure, 100%. Don't even have to think about it. Don't know if I'm the best guy to find you a coach or a
coaching's
GM.
like flipping a coin, though, man. I mean, you just don't know.
Well, I mean, to a certain extent, but I would also think that, like, it's just like any other profession. In
And to
my
me,
job, if I
70%
was
of these
hiring,
coaches need a good quarterback to be good. There's
well, if
not
I'm
very many
hiring a
that can do
manager,
it without a great quarterback.
if I'm hiring a manager in my field, all the managers I'm going to hire are going to have mechanical experience. That
Right.
really doesn't matter. It's how you deal with people and how you deal with the customers, and you know what I mean. So there's different guidelines for every job, I
Right.
think, and those guidelines for me, as far as coaching goes, is just like I've said a million times: a strong character guy that will build or bring a certain type of culture along with him.
And I feel
And
he's going to be a seasoned coach, I feel like, too. They're not going to take another first-time head coach.
I'm telling y'all, if Tomlin comes available,
oh shit!
I'm telling y'all, because
He's
okay, I
another
get
Jeff
it.
Fisher.
I get
I'll be
listen, but what did y'all just
He's
say?
another one of the guys that won a Super Bowl off of another coach's back and hasn't
but he's
done
built
nothing
rosters.
since then.
He's built rosters. He's built rosters.
Yeah, but
Hey,
I mean, do you want to go back?
He has
to
the
Mike
culture.
Vrabel?
Rosters.
He has the
I
culture.
mean, Mike
I
Vrabel
would
is
kill
a
for 8
culture
right
guy.
now. I would I don't even want to talk about getting over the hump until you get to the hump. Like if they end up getting Tomlin, like get me an 8-win season, get me to the playoffs, and then we'll talk about the future. But I just feel like Nagy, even McCarthy a little bit, it just feels like one of those stopgap situations, a safe bet where they bring in some talent, they get you there, but it's the same story. I feel like Tomlin, if he had a kind of a refresh somewhere else, I feel like he could get the job done. Now, that being said, even if Tomlin does go, I don't know if he looks at the Titans job like, I don't know if he looks at the Titans job like, I'm going to rush right back into this with them. Like, I think
if they let him go, he's going to take a year off.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
I'm just saying, if he's available I'm looking at my top candidate.
He's a good players coach. I'll give him that.
We should at least interview him. I'll say that.
We should interview him.
We should interview him just so we can say we interviewed him.
Like I said, Stoney Kiwi had 100 coaches that the Titans should interview this year.
Jesus. Does he have time to sit down with 100 people and interview them? I don't. Good
you
God.
think but I mean, they should have already started, and maybe they have. But I mean, this process, I'm hoping it's already been started.
Can't talk to, and right.
That's correct. That's correct.
And there are some they can't talk to.
Yeah, I would
but I'm talking to anybody who's available.
That are already, I was going to say the coaches that are already available. I'm sure they've at least garnered an interest.
They've already talking to him. Like Mike McCarthy.
I was going to say he's not doing anything right now, so they can at least send some feelers out and see what Mike McCarthy feels about being the coach of the Titans. Because, like Link said, this is not the best of environments to be in.
No,
but you can make it. You can.
Look,
we can.
That's the thing. We have a very big, promising. Because we've got a young quarterback already here.
Got a lot of money.
Got some really good young talent. We've got a lot of money that's going to come in.
A lot of money.
And we've got a high draft pick. So I mean, for most coaches, this is
if he believes in Cam Ward, if the coach believes in Cam Ward,
and that's a big one too.
But you also have to look, and I hate to say this because I'm always the one saying, don't bag on Amy. She's just an owner. She doesn't even know what the hell she's doing. She's hiring people to tell them what to do. They tell her what she should do. But as a coach, if I'm looking into, like, when I look into getting a new job, which I haven't in years, but if I was, the first thing I do is look at management. The very first thing. Talk to some people that work there. Hey, how is this job? Oh, my manager is an absolute asshole, and he demands everything be right. And when things don't go his way, he blames everybody but himself. All right, I don't want to work there. To hell with that. And that's not exactly what we got going on in Titans, but I could see a coach looking at us from the outside and going, man, that doesn't look like.
Now, let me ask you this question, though. Not going off the past management, if you go off this year with Borgonzi, I think coaches have a different perspective with Borgonzi this year than everything that happened in the past. So, to me, I think management is good this year. From what's happened. Now, last year and the years past, that's a different story. But this year, I think management has turned around.
I like Borgonzi. I really do.
I do too.
Other than Borgonzi, there isn't a lot on the Titans staff that I can say, I like that guy, or I like that guy, or I like that guy. It's not that I'm saying Chad Brinker is a snake or any of that bullshit that a lot of other well, I don't want to say bullshit, but a lot of people say, about Chad Brinker. I'm sure there are.
And I've met him personally.
I'll say
He's
that.
A pretty nice guy.
Well, so was Brian Callahan. He was a super cool dude.
There's plenty of nice guys.
I'm just saying, he's not. I don't know.
He's not an asshole. That's cool, man. I'm glad that you're not an asshole, but that doesn't mean that you're. Just because he put on a front for 20 minutes to talk to some fans doesn't mean that he's not an asshole. I know plenty of people that can put on fronts, me, myself included. When I talked, you should, dude, all right, check this out. I'm going to go off on a tangent here, and I'm sorry. But we used to work for a call center, me and my wife. We worked together for a long time, 24/7 with a person. That's insane. But anyway, we used to have these little boxes and little headsets in the call center, and you had a little button there that you could hit, and it would just completely mute the call. And my wife would be like, welcome to... How can I help you today? Oh, that's a lovely choice. Mute, you stupid bitch. Unmute. I think that's great. And she used to do this like all day. It was a comic thing to see her switch on and off from talking to a customer to talking real. And it would have us absolutely giggling, and that's not great because we're on calls too. But it was fun, and it was interesting to see that, and that taught me immediately that some people can put on a front to make you think whatever they want you to think, when really inside they're doing whatever And that's just the nature of humans. I don't think you'll ever get past that, and so therefore I can't say that Chad Brinker is or isn't a snake. All I can say is that based on the clues that I have and the case that I have, the facts in front of me, something.
Yeah, but are those facts weird. Or are those true facts, or are they just?
They're facts. Either way, it's just an odd structure. Like, even when they put this in place, even the NFL was like, "What are we doing here, guys?" Like, it's just an odd structure because you've got Borgonzi there, you've got Brinker there. The coach is going to come in. Okay, who am I answering to? Is it both of these guys? Who has control of the roster? Who has control of the day-to-day operate? Like, it's just a weird dynamic. Like, that's where I find issue. And then Amy's there sometimes, but she's not there other times. And she gets in front of us to talk about a stadium, but doesn't get in front of us to talk about a coach firing. Like, it's a weird structure. And like that matters to
that big hug by Jim Schwartz there on the sideline last week.
I don't know.
Right. That got blown off pretty quick.
Dude, I swear, and I don't ever put clickbait up, but I thought it was funny. So I was like, hey, there's the next coach, the head coach.
And I wouldn't mind that, I wouldn't mind giving him a shot.
People blew me up over that. Right. They were like, homeboy just got out schemed by Bo Hardigree.
Well, and here's the situation. No matter who they hire, there's going to be people that love it. There's going to be people that hate it. There's going to be people that are indifferent. Yeah. Like it's not a lose-lose situation. But no matter who it is, there are going to be people in both camps. And my thing is, and I've said this before, to me, it's not even about the head coach. It's about the staff they put in place. It's about the people that are in Cam Ward's every day at practice, every day during training camp. Like, that's my first question if I'm the ownership, not what are you going to do? Who are you going to bring in to develop these players? Because that's what's been missing in Tennessee for, God, even since Mike Vrabel's been here. Like, you go back when they were on an AFC championship run,
I feel like
we still didn't
was the last
see
guy to
development
develop
after
players.
that. Yeah,
I agree.
You're right. There just hasn't been development. So that's my first question is not who are you, but who are you bringing in to coach these guys, to develop these guys? Like, that's my biggest thing. So we'll see. We will see.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I think that is one of the – if there is any other coach that I want to keep, I definitely would like to keep Bones. But,
if he wants to stay. Like, let's remember, too, like, I mean, he's got his pick.
He loves it here, man. I think he will. I think
that's the thing. He has
holding on
pick.
to the jam of the door if he gets fired. He's going to be like, I'm not leaving.
I mean, look how great this guy is, though. He came in. We are like, I think last year we were ranked 28th in special teams, 28th or 29th. We were very bottom of the league.
He's a very hopeful. He brings hope into people.
I was going to say, I haven't looked at what our ranking is in special teams this year, but with the 2 return touchdowns that we have, I guarantee it's way higher than 28 or 29.
Oh, yeah.
So Bones Fassel is clearly the best position coach that we have. Hell, he might be the best coach that we have on the team. I don't know. Wilson is – I give him a huge amount of credit because he has lost so many pieces to the puzzle and still somehow getting decent numbers out of our defense. I don't know how the hell this dude keeps doing that.
I'd be okay with keeping the D-line coach, too. I feel like he's
Rocker's all right. I like Lori Locust, too, but look, let's not get into all the crazy, side coaches and stuff. So, all right, here we are. It's a preview game. Titans versus 49ers. I know it went by quick, didn't it?
It was really fast.
Yes, it did. When you're having fun, time flies.
There you go. So Titans and 49. Who wants to give their first game prediction?
Go ahead, Link.
Okay. So for me, like
have you picked the Titans to win once this year?
Nope.
No.
And I've only been wrong twice. I've got a better record than both of y'all. So here we go. So for me, it's you're traveling across the country. You're on the West Coast. Brock Purdy, he's been well since he came back from injury. I think that Nick Bosa is still a game wrecker. I think they just have too many weapons on offense to be able to lock these guys down. As much as I want to see the Titans go back-to-back for the first time since, like I said, 2022, I just think it's a little too much for them on the West Coast. So, unfortunately, I'm predicting a loss once again. I like the over, though, somewhere around that range of 31-17. I think it's close-ish in the third quarter. I just think fourth quarter, Christian McCaffrey gets the run game going, and it's just too much for the Titans to handle.
Right. I hear you. I feel like if the defense can continue to do what they did last week and keep it low and keep the score low, I think we can win that kind of game.
Ball control, field position battle.
With the Browns, but I feel like we can win a low-scoring game. So I'm going to say Titans 20, 49ers 17 in a low-scoring game. We're not even going to hit the over or anything. That's
Positive Scoop is back, y'all. Positive Scoop is back.
I just feel like
I don't know
49ers
what happened
are
to me.
beatable. I feel like they're a beatable team. Because what are they?
How
were they at 5 wins, 6 wins?
49ers?
Yeah.
Oh, they're like
7 wins.
Yeah, they're 9-4, bro.
9-4.
Oh, they're 9-4.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my bad. I guess I've seen the wrong number. I guess I've seen the wrong number.
But they played close game. Like, they haven't been dominant. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like, I'm with you. They are a
been.
beatable team, and that is the route to success. It's exactly what they did. It's a field position battle, keeping them pinned deep, ball control football, where Titans control. To win the game, they have to dominate time of possession. That's where I'm at. Run game has to work. Cam Ward has to get the ball out quickly, be efficient, but they've got to control the football. They've got to control the football. The best way to beat an offense like the 49ers have is to keep them on the sideline. Like, that's the best way to win. So if there is a path to victory, I'm totally 100% with you. They've got to hit the under. They've got to play it close. They've got to keep them off the field and play a field position battle.
Well, I am with Link on this one. Only I don't think it's that close. I think it's more like the Titans come back down to earth at like 10 to like 31 of the 49ers. I do not have a lot of faith in this game at all. The 49ers have way too many weapons on offense. No, I didn't. I said last week was a winnable game. This one I don't think is winnable. I mean, it is. Every game is winnable. I guess that's a dumbass thing to say. Every game is winnable, but
any given Sunday,
probable, not possible. You know what I'm saying? Or possible, not probable. However you want to put it. It's not realistic to think that the Titans are going to go back to back in anything. First of all, second of all, we're traveling halfway across the country.
We struggle.
Third, we're playing one of the best defenses in the league. They have amazing offensive weapons in McCaffrey and Juwan Jennings, Pearsall. I mean, it's ridiculous. Pick your poison. Who do you want to?
We got to take Purdy out. We got to take Purdy out of the game.
So I think that. Well, I think that if we lose this game, it's not that big of a deal.
No,
because I mean, A, we're supposed to lose, and B, it just helps our draft.
It just trips me out that we were like 12.5-point underdog a couple days ago, and now it's all the way down to 6.
I'm still showing 12.5. I'm still showing 12.5. I wanted to point that out earlier. Most places I'm showing are still 12.5.
I got this from CBS, I think. CBS Sports is where I got that number from. So I don't know how accurate the line is, but I will say this. I think Vegas is reeling from last week. I think a lot of the bettors are going, well, all right, hang on now. Let's not get stupid, because the Titans actually produced last week like at a stupid ass rate, and just I can't imagine how many millions of dollars were lost in Vegas bets on the Titans last week.
I mean, we've been hitting our mark every week almost.
Oh, they cover.
I mean, we haven't been
they're real good at covering.
Yeah, they cover well. Yeah, they've covered the last 3 weeks in a row, I believe. But I just don't see it this week.
So let me ask you, before we hop off, of the games that are left, and I'll shout them off real quick. You've got 49ers, Chiefs, Saints, Jags. Of those four games, what's your win total, and which one do you want to see the most? Like, what team of that list do you want to see them beat, and then your kind of projected win total, just as it stands right now?
So Max and I are going to the Chiefs game.
That's right.
Hopefully we can figure that out. The two home games I want to win. I want to win the 2 home games, so I hope we can go 2-4. I know that's crazy, but I would like to at least get a couple of the home game wins. We need a home game win this year.
Definitely.
At a 30,000-foot view, like I think of those 4, I would like to see them be the ones to keep the Chiefs out of the playoffs. If nobody else does it, because Chiefs have to win out, and even then, they're going to need some help. So if the Titans can just slam that door shut at home and keep Patrick Mahomes out of the playoffs, because I predicted, and I'll pull the footage, I predicted at the beginning of this season that the Chiefs would not make the playoffs. And it was a crazy prediction. So if the Titans can slam that door shut, that's kind of my goal. And then the Saints, like, that's obviously your most winnable.
They just
I get it. I want to win. But when you look at draft position, that's going to be the most important game for both of these teams. So if you got to drop one, I don't
Drop
want to
one
drop
on the
any,
Saints.
but if you got to drop one, maybe it's the Saints, even though it's at
Right.
home and that gets your number one spot locked down. But if you beat the
will
Chiefs and
say-
slam the door shut, that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, I will say if we beat the Saints, that moves us from like 1 or 2 to like 4 or 5.
I don't
So it
care.
does make a huge difference. But yeah, I
know.
don't give a
I want to
shit.
see the win. I want to see the
I've
win.
always been the guy that
But-
wants to win. And yeah, like
Yeah.
Scoob said, we're going to be at the Kansas City game, so I really want to see a win there. I would love to slam the door.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Hell
Absolutely.
yeah.
My wife has a funny pet name for Patrick Mahomes. I'm not going to say it right now, but if
Kermit?
you've watched previous shows, no, it's worse than that. It's actually
Okay.
pretty awful. Yeah, I feel bad for the kid, you know. I mean, I'll just
Well,
say this.
for
it
me,
has
I feel
to
like
do
the
with
Chiefs are just getting old. They're getting. I know Mahomes isn't old, but the team itself is.
they have
think they need to-
relied on just Mahomes. And
Yeah,
that's
they
the
need.
problem.
They're getting old. Like,
Their
Well, they got
offense
rid of
has
Tyreek
lost
Hill.
So many, weapons, dude.
And
Yeah.
if you can retire Travis Kelce, oh man, that
Oh,
would
for
just be
God's
so
sake.
sweet.
Please.
If you can retire Travis
Please.
Kelce.
So
But,
tired of hearing about that.
That one's of those 4, that's the one I got circled. I would
Right.
love to see that Chiefs win. Yep.
Yes.
me
I would
too.
love for a Jaguars win at the end of the season, if I'm being honest. Too.
Yeah, I would
Hey,
love to
you
beat
might
the Jaguars.
you might shut the door on them too. Like that's the thing.
Especially, I was gonna say, especially if they are vying for a shot in the playoffs against the Texans, man. Not that I love the Texans or anything. It's just I'd love to spoil somebody's day in the AFC South.
Especially Jacksonville.
That's the only chance we got left. So
If you can manage to knock out Kansas City and Jacksonville out of the playoffs, and those are the only 2 wins we get the rest of the
Let's
season,
go.
I'm satisfied.
By the way, quickly, how much bullshit is it that freaking Daniel Jones was perfectly healthy through both of our games? What the hell, man? We could have had Phillip Rivers at 44. I would have been cool with that.
I love
I'd rather
Phillip
have
Rivers'
Phillip
comments
Rivers at
too.
44 than dude.
Well, you
Phillip Rivers.
heard what
He's
the
like,
offensive-
we're just gonna run the crap out of the ball, and like he's a quarterback
He
coming
knows,
into
yeah.
a team on a playoff.
You-
But just like we're just
You
gonna
heard
run the
what the
crap out of the
offensive
ball.
coordinator said, didn't you? He was like, "Well, Phillip Rivers coaches his son's high school team, and they run the same offense that we run.
Yeah,
So Phillip Rivers
No
knows
fucks
what's
away.
going on with
But
the
when you
offense.
have Jonathan Taylor, you can afford to do that. Like that's the
Yeah,
thing.
right.
Like you can say like everybody who plays the Colts knows what the game plan is, and they still can't stop it. I mean, this
Yeah.
goes back to the Derrick Henry 2021, days
Right.
where it's like what we're gonna do. Try to stop us. And
Exactly.
I mean,
That
credit
tight
to
end,
them.
man.
They make it work. Yeah, they make it work.
I don't know. I can't remember the dude's name yet because he's still really young. But that new tight end that they've got is just
He's
playing
tough.
Yeah.
on another level, bro. So
Yeah.
He still
Hey,
ain't no
we
gun
have-
to helm.
yeah, that is true. We have gone way over time. I don't care.
Yeah, it was
But,
fun, guys.
Had a good show.
Absolutely.
Had a good show. If you've stayed with us the entire time, we really appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff.
You better be
Find us each
subscribing.
on our social medias. By the way, huge announcement. Over 10,000 followers for Titans Global Podcast
Yeah.
across social medias. Let's go.
Let's
So
go.
until next time, which is Monday when we are doing our post-game show and talking
Victory
about how-
Monday.
There you go. There you go, Positive Scoop. My God, it's glad to have you back, man.
Oh,
All right,
shit.
anyway, till next time,
Tighten
tighten
up.
up.
Peace
Peace
out.
out.